And while you're walking through the process, never forget, just because you can't see God working doesn't mean He's not. God works behind the curtain. God often does His best work in silence, in secret. Behind the scenes where no one's looking, while you're sleeping, while you're crying, while you're questioning whether He even heard your last prayer. You may not feel Him, you may not see Him, but you are not forsaken. Heaven is not quiet, it's strategic. Sometimes what feels like divine absence is actually divine activity in a higher realm. He is invisible, and there's a big difference. He shifts hearts, opens doors, rewrites plans, all without asking for your permission or announcing it on the front page. So don't measure God's movement by what your eyes can see. Don't assume nothing's happening just because your life feels still. Faith means trusting that even in the silence, God is speaking. You may think your prayers are being ignored, but every word has been heard, stored, waited with attention, because God doesn't just listen, He strategizes. He doesn't just react. He authors. He's writing a story that's bigger than your moment of confusion, bigger than your season of pain, bigger than your current lack of understanding. And one day the curtain will rise, the lights will turn on, and what you thought was forgotten will be revealed as fully formed. You'll see how all the pieces fit. You'll realize that the silence wasn't abandonment, it was orchestration. That heaven was working every moment, aligning every step, crafting a testimony far beyond your own imagination. He's invested in your completion, and that means sometimes He has to let you walk through rooms where you can't trace Him, so you'll learn to trust Him. Sometimes He steps behind the curtain, so your worship is no longer tied to what He gives, but who He is. He's building something, carefully, deliberately, layer by layer, in you and around you. And when the time is right, when your heart is ready, when your character is steady, He will pull back the curtain, and what felt like delay will be revealed as design. You'll look back and say, now I see it. Now I understand. He was working the whole time. That's the God you serve. The one who works in mystery, the one who hides treasures in dark places, the one who is always on time, even when He doesn't move on your timeline. The one who calls you to trust not just in what He does, but in who He is. Something holy is happening behind the curtain. The season will shift, and you'll realize God was working all along.